everybody, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Doug. Coming at you from outer space. What is that keeps showing up behind my shoulder? Which side is it? This? Oh, it's my banjo. Keep saying something back there. I'm like, what is that? Hope y'all's doing good today. I'm doing alright. You got Eric Hawkins, Dave, and Sam in the chat. Thanks for dropping by, fellers. I hope yins is having a good Saturday. That's what Dave says on there. Dave says, Happy Saturday. Well, it says Saturday, but that's how I'm going to say it. Saturday. Got me a sugar-free Red Bull. And it's pretty good. I actually like it better than the sugar-free Monsters. Pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Fox Pros here. He says, come along. You belong. Feel the fizz of Cuckoo Cola. Okay. Well, we'll take your word for that. Dave says that raccoon showed up again, by the way. Okie dokie. Got some raccoon problems. Did get you a trap. My nephews was wanting to get a live trap, and he put some stuff in it and catch whatever. They thought they might catch, like a bunny or something. I think they've been wanting to catch some bunnies. And my sister-in-law was like, you'll end up catching a skunk. And so she didn't want to get it. And my brother was like, no, let them get it. We'll set the trap. So they set the trap. He comes out. He's got a skunk in it. Thought that was pretty funny. He said they took a blanket and threw it over the thing and opened the door, and it just walked out, went on its way. Didn't spray them or nothing. Fox Pro says raccoon meat is good. I couldn't eat a raccoon, man. Couldn't do it. Them little opposable thumbs and them little hands reaching and grabbing for stuff. Can't do it. Can't eat it. Too cute. Can't do it. Yep. Sam says, can you eat skunks? Well, you probably can. I mean, I wouldn't really want to. They probably stink. Ashen Jackals in here. He says, yo, Doug, got Hero in. Awesome, man. Give it a good read here in a few days. I'm going to do a stream with everybody who's got it and talk about it. I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed that. Really wanted to see what everybody else thought about it. Speaking of comic books, Eric Hawkins' The Zombie for World of Oz has 15 hours left. If you haven't backed this yet, you really need to. It's the issue 1 was awesome. Absolutely. Pulled the chat up there. Didn't mean to. Issue 1 is one of my favorite things I read. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. You can read it on Comixology or at the Comics Underground. Well, I'm trying to put this in the chat for you. The Comics Underground. You can read it there. Eric said we picked up a couple backers yesterday. Awesome. Good. I'm sure you'll be getting some more in the next 15 hours. They always kind of trickle in there toward the end. So I'd like to see you get a lot more. So be sure to share that out, everybody. So we can see. So Eric can get some more backers. The Kickstarter did fairly well. I believe most of your backers is going to just use. I use Kickstarter, even though you told me Indiegogo. I was like, I'll just go ahead and back it on Kickstarter. I use both. I don't really care. They're both companies that are just as woke as the other one. Pretending that Indiegogo is some kind of unwoke conservative voice is ridiculous because it's just not the truth. They're a company just like any other, and they'll pretend to be woke or whatever if they feel it suits their needs. So yeah, go support Zombie for World of Oz issue 2. Then we've got Vestry number 1 closing in on $1,300. Got 15 days left on his 74 backers. I'd really like to see 25. Firefox Pro, he purposely sent pages that he knew that they wouldn't. And I hate to get into this, but he knew it would cause an uproar. He already had an article written ready to go. It's marketing. It's the way these guys do things. You got to find some kind of outrage. Say, oh, they wouldn't let me do this because I used something that had a very politicized thing to it. They let Tim Lim and Mark run a Trump book on there, so you can't tell me they didn't actually look at it, because they do. Eric Hawkins says every company is woke when they need to be. Yeah. Everybody's got some kind of thing to try to make money. That's what it's about. It's about being woke. If they think being woke will get them money, they'll go for it. If they think being the conservative will get them money, they'll go for it. It's just the way things are. And outrage marketing seems to be, quick flash in the pan that a lot of people want to stick to. If that's what you want to do, that's fine, but it's not for me. Ashton Jackal says, people been coming to me asking me how to get into Comicsgate and who to talk to. Apparently people view me as a CG channel. People assume if you are nice to somebody in CG or whatever that you're a part of it. I know that people, that's just the way it is. We got some people can't understand people just liking comics and not playing a game or picking sides. We got Shabby in the chat. What's up, Shabby? Shabby is the guy who drawer to this comic book. He's a good drawer. I think he's a good dude. But be sure to go and follow Shabby on the Twitters and share his book around. Really looking forward to getting this book printed and shipped. You still get plenty of original art. They got plenty of that left. 42 people have claimed the number 1 with the Ashcan, which is awesome. 11 people have claimed the physical. And then several people have got the digital stuff. So that's really cool. It's really, really awesome. We'll be getting this printed as soon as this wraps up in 15 days. It'll be going to print and I'll be shipping it out. Still been having some problems with stamps.com, but they finally got back to me today and said that they're going to resubmit all my stuff, which is good because I really don't want to have to find another service to use. I've got their program. I've got their scale. It runs pretty flawless most of the time. But this little roadblock here has really, really, really aggravated me. So hopefully that I can get that done and get books shipped, because shipping it through them is just about the cheapest. It costs about $3 to send a package media mail. And then you've got to factor in the bags and boards, and then the mailers that's being used. So you've got about $5 or $6 in shipping. That's why we can get it that cheap, is because using stamps.com. And see, I have to pay a subscription to stamps.com. So, doing all this stuff, it makes it worth it. And I really don't want to have to find somebody else. So hopefully they can get that straightened out. At least they're trying. It made me feel better that they actually responded to my email. So, be glad to be getting this stuff out there. We got Skinny in the chat. We've got, somebody else popped in the chat a minute ago. Stupid Newfies in the chat. I think that's everybody that's popped in. Yeah. Hope you're doing good today, Skinny. Hope everybody's doing. Shabby says he's penciling page 17 at the moment. So, I mean, this book will come out, and then in a few months, they'll probably have issue 2 ready to go. And that's awesome. I talked to the artist on Lone Wolf issue 2. You know, he had some setbacks with the COVID-19 thing in his job. He's been working all the time, and, you know, things got... He lives in a metropolitan area, so things got kind of scary. But he thinks that he will have the book ready to... He'll have his part done, I think he said by August, so we're going to shoot for an October launch on Lone Wolf issue 2. So that'll be... We're trying to get... We'll do Vestry, Otis Stein, and then... Lone Wolf 2. So things will be ready to go. And one thing is, if I can get this stuff rolling, I might just I'm going to look into just skipping crowdfunds and just go straight to Etsy. What I'd like to do is print 100 or 200 copies of the books and set up some packages on Etsy and sell all those. If those sell out, we'll do another run or whatever, but there won't be no crowdfunding, there won't be no waiting. There'll be stuff ready to go, which means I have to invest some money into it, but the return would be so much better. One thing about Etsy is it figures up actual shipping for every, like, the way I have it set up, I have the money for the bags and the boards and the shipping materials figured in, and then they figure in the actual shipping. So you're paying your actual shipping plus, you know, I think I added $2 for shipping supplies. So for every book you're paying usually about $5-6 for shipping, which is not bad at all. Everybody in the United States I've sent that's bought from Etsy's been $5 or $6. Eric Hogg says, plus you can print media mail labels at home with them. If you UPS, you have to go to the post office. Yeah, that's one thing I really like about Stamps.com. I've got this printer right here. It's one of those label writer printers, and it's a 4x6, and it doesn't use ink. It uses heat, and so I can print my own labels. I actually sit at this desk right here. The way I've been doing it on my kitchen table, which if I get the floor in my bedroom fixed, I'm emptying out the bedroom over here, and this room over here is going to be, I've got a huge closet where I'm going to put materials, and then I'm going to set up a table in that bedroom and do my comic book stuff in there. I'll have a whole table laid out, be able to pack everything and ship it. And I can bring it in here to my computer. And usually what I do is I just set the boxes here and go through like every package, because I've been doing different packages. You know, people just get the book, people get the book t-shirt, people get the book and some other book. So, you know, I just sit here and print labels for everyone. I'm go through the different packages, and it works pretty well. It works really good. Shabby says he's pretty sure he can have issue 2 by the end of next month. He says also that sounds like a really exciting, Doug. I'd love to see it become a reality. I think it would be a lot better. I really don't like using PayPal, Ash and Jackal. I've been screwed over by PayPal before. I had my account hacked, and they ran up a $5,000 bill, and PayPal refused to do anything, and they sold that debt off and tried to sue me all the time. Well, threatened to sue me. They don't try to. They threatened. But I have such a high credit score, and all my other bills in my entire life have been paid, so I've got that good. I actually have a Square account, so you can pay with cards. You can pay with your cards, your accounts, whatever you want to through Square. I might add that to my store. I don't really like using PayPal at all. I have a PayPal account so I can pay people because they like to be paid through PayPal, but it's not really something I want to do. Yeah, Sam. If when they run Vestry 2, you will be able to pick up issue 1 with it. We'll make a tier for that. Definitely want to be able to do stuff like that. And I got something I wanted to talk about for a minute. It's not comic books, and it's about puppies and poopies. Somebody on Facebook who lives in Tennessee has been sharing this, and I don't know why, because I can't go get the dog, and it's driving me crazy. It's absolutely driving me mad because I would go get this feller. They've posted a bunch of pictures, and it's driving me mad. He's in a kill shelter. He is a husky. He's absolutely beautiful. I can't go get him. He's in California. That's on the other side of the country. He's in San Bernardino, California. The animal control has him. They can put him down at any time to make room for more animals. So if you know of any rescues, there are husky rescues in California. But if you know, you can. I've sent a couple of the things, but they can't guarantee anything. But if you know somebody in California that can go get this dog, let them know. I can't stand to see this. Pets are not. They're not disposable. And I don't want to get too political, but I don't know why I'm surprised. We live in a society now that unborn children are disposable, and people go and have abortions and use it as some kind of birth control, and thousands of children are murdered today. So I shouldn't be surprised that people think dogs are just disposable, and it's like, oh, well, this dog ran away, or this dog pooped in the floor, or I just can't deal with him anymore. I'm just going to get rid of him. If you get an animal, you are responsible for that animal. You should keep that animal unless something just absolutely happens where you have to give it up. You should make sure that somebody can take care of the animal. There's no reason that a perfectly good dog has to be put down because there's nobody to take care of it. It absolutely drives me up the wall, and there's nothing I can do about it. If there's anything that you can do, go and share this. I've been sharing it on Twitter. You can see it. If you know anybody in California, tell them. And that's another thing. If you're thinking about getting a dog, get on Pet Finder. There are plenty of dogs that are beautiful, fantastic animals that you can go and adopt that need homes. You don't have to go and pay money at a puppy mill or anything. Look at all these little wiener dogs on here. Look at these fellers. I swear I'd almost go get one of these boys right now. Look at these. Look at him. Look how pretty he is. House trained. Good with other dogs. I mean, the adoption fee on these, because it's from a rescue, they're really high, but still, so a lot of these are not in rescues. A lot of them are. I don't know why it's not loading up those pictures there. A lot of them are in pounds. We'll call it the pound. I can't think of what it's supposed to be called right now. Animal shelters. A lot of them need help. Look at this face. Look at that face. And Skinny says, I got my 2 puppers, never paid for a dog, always somebody giving away puppies or kittens. Yeah. Yeah, and Dave's right. There's even rabbits and stuff on Pet Finder. You can find cats, whatever you want. I'm a dog person. I like dogs. I'm not either skinny. There's a dude I watch quite a bit uh, on YouTube, Rocky Kanaka. He does a lot of stuff with dogs and tries to get people to adopt these animals, and he fosters them. And he's got a dog that come from a puppy mill, and they've bred the same gene pool so long that this puppy's got neurological trauma, and so his eyes don't work, and he just had to have heart surgery because he had heart failure, and he's just a puppy. And so I don't like breeders and puppy mills and stuff like that either. There's so many good dogs out there that need homes. This is just in my area, and I just tell you, if this boy right here needs somebody special. He's not been socialized with other dogs, so he doesn't like other dogs, but he's a big, giant, beautiful German Shepherd. He loves to play with tennis balls. He rips them apart. I see him on Facebook all the time. If he got along with other dogs, him and Axel would be here. Have a black and a white. But if you're going to get a puppy is a puppy or a dog is a lifetime commitment. You don't just get one. And yeah, I am. I'm gonna be. I told mom. I was telling mom. She's talking about retiring, and she's afraid that she's gonna go crazy. And I was like, you need to just get a dog. I said, which they got the Huskies, but I said you need to get you a little inside dog that you could just take care of all the time. I was telling mom though, I was like, if I came into a bunch of money or won the lottery or something, I'd just have a dog farm. I call it a dog farm. We wouldn't be raising dogs or puppies or nothing, but I'd just fence in a whole big area and just have a bunch of dogs. They could just live here, and I'd feed all the dogs, and we just have a good time. Fox Pro says both of my brother's dogs are from the pound. Really nice dogs. A lot of these dogs that you find that have been given up, they're house trained. They're really good dogs. Look at this guy. Really, really, really good dogs. Sparky. I used to have our first dog was named Sparky. Here's Rambo. He's a German Shepherd mix. He got some floppy ears. His ears is what makes him look funny. Absolutely gorgeous. He's 45 pounds. That it says underweight. That is underweight for German Shepherd. Yep, Crazy Dog Man confirms. Says Gotham. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Axel just. I always had dogs. We always liked dogs. I had a dog named Toby. And Toby was an outside dog. He's supposed to be a border collie, but he was giant. He's bigger than like Axel and Dexter both. He was big. He lived to be 16 years old, and we grew up with him. He was everybody loved him. Everybody come over the house loved him. If you was outside, like, he'd follow mom around. I used to go out in the music and play out in the. There we go. It's back. Computer froze up on me. But when I used to live up there, when Grandma and Grandpa still lived here, when I was a kid, we'd play music in the garage. We'd be out there rocking out. Toby'd come right in there and lay down. And I always liked Toby. I'd pet on Toby, and he's my friend and everything. But I never had like an inside dog. I never had a dog that I was around all the time. And once I got Axel, and I don't know, the dude he makes my day. I come in, there he is. He goofy. He barks at me. He bounces around. He does goofy stuff all the time. He makes funny faces, and it cracks me up. I can't be in a bad mood when he's around. And even when I get aggravated at him, everybody gets aggravated. I get aggravated at him. I get over it pretty much instantly because he makes a face or he does something goofy. That's just how it is. Chevy says our third dog was a foundling, and he is the most precious doggo ever, super affectionate and kind. Eric says we have 2 Yorkie poos. The guy I work with, his daughter has one, and we stopped somewhere and she was there, and that dog, it didn't know me from Adam, but I guess it could smell Axel. Come over, kept sniffing my feet. Then finally I reached out for it. I was like this, and it jumped right up in my lap. And I sat and petted on that dog for a long time. He's a good little dog. Skinny's called me dUgCaSt. Stupid Newbie says that feeling when your mom and dad tell you your dog is going away, live on a farm. Yeah, that's sad thing about Toby is when Toby died, he was 16, so he was old. His eyes both were, starting to wide over, and he would just come and find us and just lay down. We'd pet on him. And I remember at one night, I was going to work, and he was laying out in the yard under the tree. I petted on him, and I went to work, and I come home that morning, and he was still laying there, but he had passed away during the night. And he's buried right over here. And then Bandit, which we had, Bandit passed away last year. Not too long after. Bandit was a really good little dog, but he grew up with Toby, and so he learned a lot from Toby. He was just a good dog, and he did the same thing. His last couple years he was just pitiful. He just struggled to get around, but he didn't act like he was in pain. He just acted like he's an old man. And I remember one night he laid out there by the car all day. I went out there and sit with him, petting on him and stuff. And then that night he passed away. We took him and buried him next to Toby. He was a good dog. Dave says you need a horse. I don't like horses. I'm fine with horses existing. And people want to have horses, that's fine. But they're too big and they bite, which I know dogs bite too, but there's nothing scarier than big people-looking teeth coming and trying to bite you. Don't like it. Sam says our wiener dogs were named Volt and Blizzard. Ace says build you a barn right around shooting and roping steers. Yeah, there you go. Eric Hawkins says my wife tells me I love the dogs more than I love her. I told her they're more excited to see me. That's funny. Freddie Primo's in here. He says master of puppers. Yeah, there we go. Sam says my family's eldest wiener doggo is buried under the rose bush wrapped in her favorite blanket. Five Fox Pro says my first dog died. It was tough. She got in a jar of vitamins and she died. Really, that's sad. My very first dog's name was Sparky, and we got one as a kid, and our neighbors were awful. They had chickens that kept coming. We lived somewhere where you shouldn't have chickens. It was like a little subdivision. You shouldn't have chickens, and their chickens kept coming in the yard, and the dog would kill them because they're in the yard. They're chickens. So they threatened to shoot him. So he came to live down here at Grandma and Grandpa's, and he got real sick, and we took him to the vet, and he had cancer. And I remember the last time we ever saw him, he was so excited. He was at the vet. He was so excited to see us, and I think he thought he was going home with us, and he didn't get to go home with us. It was a bummer. That always upset me. And we got Toby shortly after that. What's up? We got some old metalhead in here. Nothing, metalhead. I was preaching about people thinking animals and humans are disposable, and how they shouldn't treat dogs that way, and ranted about how much I like dogs. This dog right here. This dog right here is got the goofiest looking face. And look at that big smile. This is one that I'm not signed in, but this is one that I'm watching. What's funny is I find these dogs that, I don't know, I'm moving through here and I see the picture, and it's maybe a dog I would think about going getting, you know, or a dog that I feel like somebody needs to go pick up, and so I'll watch it, and usually within a week or two somebody's went and picked them up. I really like this one though. I think she's cute. So yeah, been ranting about that. Skinny said I could show him the things that he sent me. Skinny got some really cool. Oh, don't play it yet, there, turd. Skinny got some really cool things made for Otis Stein. So let's blow that up here. No, full screen, you turd. Dadgummit. It doesn't look as good on here if it won't let me make it big. That's not full screen. Oh, there we go. Let me turn this sound on right here. Ain't that cool? No, play. How did I make it big? Aren't those awesome? Aren't those really cool? Firefox Pro says, does Axel need a girlfriend? I don't know. I feel like he needs another dog, whether it's a girlfriend or just a friend. When we got him, he really, really wanted to play with Dexter and Grizz. But Dexter thinks he has to be the boss of everybody, and instead of playing, he kept attacking him. Axel would go down there and put his head down, lay down, show him his belly and everything. They didn't care. Dexter would just jump him, be a butthead. And finally, he kept on till Axel jumped him back, and Axel tore him up real good. So, you know, they're not friends. But he wanted to be friends with him when he first got here, and he wants to play with other dogs. I see him all the time when I take him, like when I took him to the beach or took him to the lake. Other dogs everywhere, and he wants to be friends with them. You know, some of them he don't. Some of them you can tell, but some of them he wants to be friends with, and I just want to get him a dog. I feel like it'd be nice. You know, I don't want him to be lonely. And I'm a people, and sometimes some dogs just need a dog instead of a people. But yeah, I got a couple guitars up for sale. I don't know if any of you guys like guitars or not. Trying to fund me buying a guitar. So I might have one sold today. There I go. Show it to a buddy of mine. That's this old goofy 8-string. Oh yeah, there's a picture of the back. Selling that one cheap because it's a cheap guitar. But I'm selling my 2019 Les Paul Tribute. This is a cool guitar. See, it's got a really good finish. I picked this finish out on Sweetwater because it was the best finish. But see, it's got no binding. That's just the top. They didn't put a finish there, so it looked like natural binding. No binding on the neck. It's like the lowest model Les Paul. I'm trying to sell it for $900, which is a good deal on this. It's a good deal. Made in USA. Got a maple neck on it, which is kind of weird for Les Pauls. I took that picture with my my DSLR with this cheap lens on it instead of the good one. I was too lazy to dig the other one out. And then I'm selling the 7-string, which is a fancy guitar, but I don't know. I don't like it being headless. It just makes it complicated. It is. I like the top. I don't really care for the body design. See the neck, like walnut with maple stripes. Though you can't see it from there, but you can see through the body. Tried to get a good picture of that. It was hard. I'm a terrible photographer. There's a lighter picture of the top. Ebony fretboard. This is like just the wood they use on this is ridiculous. So this is what I would do before I got into doing comics. Actually, if you go back and look on all my old YouTube stuff, it was a lot of videos of me playing random guitars. Because that's what I did. I flipped guitars all the time. I'd buy these weird guitars local or on eBay and turn around and sell them. And I made some good money for a while. Then I ended up buying it, spending the money on a guitar and keeping that guitar or trading it for another guitar. And you know how it is. Oh, man. Streamed a little bit longer than I meant to. I'm going to go see if anybody wants to go with me and go to Cook Vegas. Go down there and see my brother. And he's got some stuff on hold for me down at where he works. He's got a Transformers Headmasters, which was after season 3 of Transformers, they never did a dub on any of those. But somebody brought the whole collection into the store, and they've all got subtitles, so I'm going to buy those because I love Transformers. And I love watching the Japanese ones. I found some really bad dubs on YouTube, but Shabby says, I'll go. We'll get over here and we'll go. We'll get ready. We'll go. He's also holding a copy of Ninja Turtles 3 for me on NES. I don't know if you guys ever played that. Now I got my little streaming box. I'll actually be able to hook up my NES and play it, which would be cool. Play it online. But yeah, that's about it for today. If you don't forget, go and share Zombie World of Oz issue 2. It needs more backers before it ends tonight. And keep sharing Vestry because we're wanting to hit that 100 backer mark. But keep in mind what I've been talking about, guys, because I really think that if we could get away from crowdfunding and just print a limited number of comics, like say Shabby and Pickles want to distribute, Vestry here in the States, it's cheaper for me to ship it. So let's just say I print 100 copies and we sell those and we split the profits after, I make back whatever it costs us to print 100 copies. I think that that might be better for all of us than doing crowdfunding, because the book would already be done and we wouldn't have a limited number of time. We could just sell the books. Shabby says 100 backers, he'll do something silly. So let's make that happen, guys. Eric Hawkins says he should have his book in hand next week. So get on that, because those will be shipping out, and we'll be sitting and looking at ours, and all you guys will be like, I wish I'd have got that book. And it'll be like, well, too bad, you poop face. And if you got Hero, let's all get together and talk about Hero here in the next couple days. Firefox Pro says Steven Starlight page 1 is almost done. If you guys haven't seen the art he's been posting, I really dig it. It's really, really cool. Really, really looking forward to that. Ashton's Jackal says, I don't even want to crowdfund my book, but people are pushing me to. Yeah, I think it's dumb. You're giving Indiegogo a cut of that money, and I know that Etsy takes a cut, but man, I would rather sell what I have than crowdfunding. Is such a poop. I just really burn out on it. I like what Sam says, Ashton. He says, you do you. Yeah, you do whatever you feel like is best for you. I feel like what's best for me will be printing small runs of comics. I feel like that'll just work out better in the long run. I can keep on hand what I need. If I sell, let's say I just print 50. I sell those 50. I buy another 50, sell those. Do cool stuff. It'd be fun. Yeah, crowdfunding is stressful. I feel like it's just easier just to sell. Especially when you got the product and then what you're promoting is the actual store and not the crowdfund. You don't have that time crunch. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But anyways, guys, I'm getting out of here. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Hope you have a good Saturday. Don't get into too much trouble. Be good. And I will see you later. Bye.